told him, I'm not going to be the submissive in the relationship unless you buy me a Rolex first. And he was like, how many guys have given you a Rolex? I was like, one. He was like, that wouldn't surprise me. This guy's name was Greer. I met him at like this gay rave club, whatever, in LA at like 4 or 3 a.m. I was looking at the DJ straight ahead, literally did not even see him, like, because he was kind of in the dark and the DJ was lit up. And he was like, he came over to me, he was like, oh my God, I saw this cute boy staring at me and he was just looking right at me. And I'm like, let's just call him Greer. That's what I called him. I kept calling him the wrong name. But Greer, he came on very strong and he was like, I'm a total dominant. I don't know if you can say the word up or down, but he was like, I'm a total up. And I was like, well, unfortunately, I don't do the whole down stuff anymore. The only time I do the down stuff is if they buy me a Rolex before we engage in that kind of activity. And I thought that would turn him off, but nope, it turned him on. Because I was also like, well, I also like being worshipped. And that was a trigger for him to, I guess, turn him on. And 2 times he was like, oh my God, are you telling me that you're not into me? Oh my God, are you trying to politely say that you don't want to talk to me? And I'm an empath, I'm an idiot. And I was like, no, I don't mean that at all. Of course. And then I had the dumbest idea. I was like, I don't normally do this with guys, but I don't normally kiss guys. That's what I used to do, that I first meet. And then I was like, but I'm gonna make an exception. And of course, giving him a kiss made him want to talk to me even more and get on me even more. So, yeah. Greer, shout out to you. Honestly, you did nothing wrong. It was me just being an empath, not wanting to say no to people, which I have a super big problem with. It's probably like my biggest issue right now with the gay community is me saying no. And he told me, he was like, oh my God, you just have such a kissable make out face. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, it's like the way you're standing, you're kind of introverted. I'm like an introvert extrovert. So he's like, yeah, you just like really make me want to cuddle you. I was like, okay. And well, apparently he lives not very far from me. And then I've been meeting a lot of these, and he has the blue check mark on Instagram. Everyone has the blue check mark, or at least in LA, and 90% of them I'm not a fan of. He was kind of like the 10%. He was actually very respectful, and I actually really appreciate that. I mean, that was like, it's just, I don't know. I don't really like going out anymore because every guy I talk to, less than 2 minutes, they're like, putting their hand somewhere where it's like, really, we just met, like, and they'll put it in the front, they put it in the back, they put it everywhere. And it's just like, really, we just met. I just want friends. And then it's like, yeah, it's like, why do I go to a club if I'm not going to make any friends? I mean, I feel like you can find friends at a club. That's where I've made a lot of my friends. But at the same time, people are just, I don't know, man. The gay community sucks because everyone's just trying to, get a nut out and keep it moving. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just like not friend material, which is really sad to say, but that's something I'm working on. And I think the first way it starts is me saying no to guys. I have to say no to guys that I don't want to hook up with. And it sucks because one of my friends that I just met, and of course we've already hooked up. We hooked up after like the second time meeting. As soon as we went back to his place, it's a hookup, yay. I mean, he's a good person, but still, it's just like, why? And then of course it's like 6 a.m. Of course my car's parked at his place. Of course when we get back to his place and he hasn't been with anyone yet. He may have been, I don't know what happened to him. The first hour, he like literally disappeared. Of course he like, you know, wants to do more. I'm just like, freaking fine, whatever. And, you know, we just touch, I don't know how to say the first base. Not the kissing. I don't kiss dudes anymore. You know, we just did the first stuff, and then he got tired of doing that on me. And then he wanted me to do more, except he wanted me to be the up. And I'm just like, dude, I'm so freaking tired. It's 6 a.m. Like, really? I told him no, and then he apologized. You don't want to be weird. It's just like, dude, it's weird regardless. It doesn't matter if I say yes or no. It's weird. It's weird. If I say yes, it makes me a weirdo too. Like, you don't have to hook up with every one of your friends every time you play with them. Every time you meet with them, you don't have to hook up. It's just like, I'm starting to say no, and no. And I'm starting to realize me saying no doesn't make me weird. And it's actually me saying no to doing something weird. I don't think humans were designed to just go every freaking time we meet someone. Maybe we are. I don't know. I wish I was like that, but every time I do that, I get burnt out, and I get this bad feeling in my stomach where it's like, you know, it really sucks to not have real friends. You know what I mean? Real friends don't hook up with each other. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm just going through low libido. That could be it. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know what this story time was, but you guys can figure it out. So I just wanted to post something. It's been a while since I posted it. Yeah, Saturday night was crazy. I didn't get home till 6 a.m. I only had one espresso martini and did some other things that make you happy in the form of chocolate. And I don't know which made me so exhausted, but it's Tuesday and I'm exhausted. It's 2 days later, I'm exhausted. I'm getting stuff done. I'm really proud of myself. I had 2 full meals today. Well, not full meals. I had a protein smoothie, vegetables, brown rice, pasta, and tofu. So I had a good amount of protein. Now I'm gonna have a steak, more brown rice pasta, some steamed broccoli. I never realized you have to eat carbs. I haven't eaten carbs in like probably 4 or 5 months because when I moved to LA, I had so much, I don't have that much, but I didn't want any face fat. So for some reason, I just like stopped eating carbs. I don't know where I read that, but I just stopped eating carbs. And I've been exhausted, and turns out you need carbs. Carbs give you energy. Go figure why I haven't been able to fall asleep. Go figure why I've been exhausted and I have 0 stamina. So eat your carbs. I've been eating brown rice pasta, and I'm gonna stop talking because who cares about that. So I'm just gonna post every gay story. I had a crazy gay story back in January. If you're not gay, maybe I'll make another YouTube more about like mental health and my autism, my ADHD, you know, I'm like just very mentally not doing so great. I check the box on like literally every time I fill out a form, I check every single box. I'm like, yeah, I've experienced that. Yep, I experienced that. Yep, I've experienced that. Is it every day? No, it's not. Sometimes I live great, but like, you know, some days are bad, and I check a lot of the freaking boxes. I'm like, check, and I'm like smiling about it, but like, it's not that good. Prefer just be normal, but I also like being self-aware. You know, I feel like there are a lot of people out there not very self-aware.